What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Adroit Talks, man. About to go ahead and do a solo mock draft, man. I've been seeing a lot of things the past week and a half, and I think it's just time for me to go ahead and do an updated mock draft, man. So without further ado, let's get this thing cracking. All right, so first and foremost, I definitely do not think that there's going to be a team in these top two picks that are going to be moving. I think the Panthers definitely got the guy they want to get for the draft, and I think that the Texans definitely have someone on their radar. So without further ado, man, with the number one overall pick, I think that Bryce Young is going to be picked as the number one quarterback coming off the board. Number one pick, former Heisman Trophy winner, man. Let me take my dude, y'all. Let me take the dude, y'all. Let's get serious in here now. This is where I think things are changing around the league, as I do not believe a quarterback is going second to the Texans. I think they're going to go with one of the best players available and go get Will Anderson Jr., man, with the second overall pick. Will Anderson Jr., one of the best guys coming off that edge. Now, right here, number 3 is where, what's good, my guy? Trash Talk Patriots. What's up, Jahay? What's up? 3 is where things can get tricky. I think that the Cardinals can definitely move back. I've heard rumors about the Lions trying to move up, but with this mock draft, I'm not going to do any trades. So I'm about to go ahead and pick who I think the Cardinals should go ahead and make a decision on. And I think that they should go ahead and get one of the best edge rushers in this year's draft, which is Tyree Wilson, man, at number 3. Pretty solid pickup for them. Now, again, I think that somebody's going to move up to that 3 spot. The Lions, Falcons, somebody's going to move up to that 3 spot. But number 4 is where things really get tricky, man. Will Levis has been showing great interview skills, and the Colts love this guy, man. I think that the Colts are going to go ahead and pick up Will Levis at that number 4 position. And now we got the Seahawks. This is where the most controversial player in this year's draft is going to come off the board. Jalen Carter, I believe, is going to be the pick for the Seahawks because Jalen Carter is that guy. He just got some behavioral issues, man. Jalen Carter would have been a top 3 pick if he wasn't involved in that brutal, tragic accident where one of his teammates died. And I think it's some other character things that they're not really trying to put out there. But Pete Carroll is known for taking risks on these higher players and getting them in a better situation for their career. And I think that it'll be perfect for Jalen Carter to end up on the Seahawks, man. So far, we got Bryce Young, number 1, Will Anderson Jr., number 2, Tyree Wilson, 3, Will Levis, 4, Jalen Carter, 5. And now we got the Detroit Lions here. Now, the Lions, I think they're absolutely sold on Jared Goff for the future. I don't think it's one reason to get rid of Jared Goff. Jared Goff is the guy for the Lions. So I think they're going to go ahead and draft strictly on position, man. They just got rid of one of their former top picks who was a DB, and I think they're going to stick with the same thing and get another DB here. I think they're going to go with Devin Witherspoon, but they could definitely go with Christian Gonzalez as well because both of these guys are solid, man. I think that they can definitely be good Pro Bowlers at the next level, for real. Now we got the Las Vegas Raiders. What's good, everybody in here? DK Visuals, and thank you for agreeing with me. The Raiders here, we got them on the board. I do not think that they're going to get a quarterback here because they just got Jimmy Garoppolo and pay him all that money. But a quarterback could definitely be who they take. So if I'm the Raiders here, I go straight and get a project guy. Go get Anthony Richardson. Go get somebody who is going to sit a year or two behind Jimmy Garoppolo and learn a little bit. But they're the Raiders, man. I think they go ahead and get Kalijah Kancey, man. That's who I think they would do. In my opinion, he fits a position need for them. He's a game changer. And in the AFC West, if you're not getting to the quarterback, you're not getting wins. Let's just keep it all the way 100. You got to get to that quarterback in order to get some wins. And who better for Kalijah to be on that D-line with than Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, a lot of dogs up there, but they need one more person I think that could really take them to the next level. Next, we have the Falcons. Now, I'm being told by a lot of the Falcons insiders that they are completely sold on Desmond Ridder for the future. My guy's changing his jersey number from 9 to 4. I do not think they're going to go with another quarterback here. I think that they go and try to get a player that will really fill a position need for them. Now, this player here, I think is very explosive, and it's somebody that I think that could really change the Falcons' offense, man. And I'm going with Jackson Smith-Njiba for their 8th pick, but I could definitely see the Falcons trading back for some more draft capital. So we got the Chicago Bears here at number 9. They're completely sold on Justin Fields. I do not believe they're going to go with another quarterback. So I believe they're going to go with the best tackle on the board. Now, Pro Football Focus has Peter Skorinski listed as a top tackle, but I do not believe, in my opinion, that he is the best tackle here. I think they go get Paris Johnson Jr. out of Ohio State. The guy put up immaculate tape, and he did his thing against Will Anderson. Excuse me. He did his thing against Will Anderson Jr. The guy is an absolute dog, man. Guy is an absolute dog. Now we on to the Eagles, man. Super Bowl appearance, getting a top 10 pick. It's really not too many position needs for them, man. But they have had some guys move on to their better teams. Some guys get their big payday. And I do not believe that they're going to do what Pro Football Focus is saying right here and go with the wide receiver. As I do believe you got Quez Watkins, Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner, A.J. Brown. I don't think there's a single possibility that the Eagles go with the wide receiver here. And I definitely do not think it's a possibility that they go with a quarterback here. So if I'm the Eagles in this position here at number 10, of course I'm going to try to move back. But I'm going to try to get a player who is going to make a difference. And I think that this player that they should go get is none other than Brian Branch, man, from Alabama. Brian Branch, I think he can really fit into their scheme that they're running up there. And he's going to be a player that they could really use for the future, man. Brian Branch signed into a 5-year contract. You don't have to worry about that position at all. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans. Now, right here, I definitely believe that they could go with a wide receiver, man. Treylon Burks, he's not the fastest guy, but I don't think he's going to be their number 1 wide receiver, man. Right here in Tennessee, they go get one of the best wide receivers in this year's draft. There's a lot of guys here, but in my opinion, man, yes, I did have Jackson Smith-Njiba going number 1, but my wide receiver 1 is Jordan Addison, man, out of USC. If I'm the Titans and he's available, I go and get him. The guy can do it all. If you're picking at that number 11 position, why not go get a wide receiver who can catch, run every route on the route tree, and also he's got heart, man. He's not just going to sit there and let somebody abuse him. Now we have the Texans with their 2nd pick in this year's draft. Now right here is where I think I see the Texans going to get their quarterback, because this is how I think the draft is going to go. Let's go ahead and do a recap of everybody I have going for the people who just joined the live show. I got Bryce Young going number 1 to the Panthers. Now, there was no trades in here, so I'm just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I got Will Anderson Jr. going 2, Tyree Wilson going 3, Will Levis 4, Jalen Carter 5, Devin Witherspoon 6, Kalijah Kancey number 7 to the Raiders. Then I got Jackson Smith-Njiba to the Falcons, Paris Johnson Jr. to the Bears, Brian Branch to the Eagles. Great pickup. I see you in there, young Molly. I see you agreeing with that. Yes, sir. That's a great pickup for them. And Jordan Addison with the Tennessee Titans is the last pick that I just picked here. Now, this next pick, I have the Texans picking a quarterback. I think they go with C.J. Stroud, because I think C.J. Stroud has dropped enough in this year's draft, and that'll be an absolutely perfect situation for them. As in my opinion, if Stroud isn't there at 12, they shouldn't go with another quarterback. Do not go get Will Levis. Do not go get I'm sorry, Will Levis should be already be off the board. You're not gonna get Anthony Richardson. You're not gonna get Hendon Hooker at that 12 position. If anything, you go get a defensive lineman. Now I got the Jets coming up here at number 13. They're not going quarterback. You may see them move this pick in an Aaron Rodgers deal, but if they do have this, I think they go get Luke Van Ness out of Iowa. The guy's an absolute dog. He's a proven leader, and I think he can really transition to the NFL well. So I have them going ahead and selecting him. Now, next up, I got the New England Patriots. Now, right here is where I think everybody's mock draft is going to be completely wrong, just like how it was last year. We do not know what the Patriots are doing. Nobody knows what the Patriots are going to do with this pick. They could go quarterback. There's talks of Mac Jones and Bill Belichick not getting along anymore. But we could also see them do something different. Who knows? But if I am the Patriots here, I go with one of the best edge rushers in this year's draft, man. I go and get Nolan Smith out of Georgia, put him in that offense, put him in that defense, and let him get to work, man. Next up, we got the Packers right here. They definitely could see this be a pick swap with the Jets in the draft, in the Aaron Rodgers deal. But I think the Packers do something that they haven't done. And they go get a reach. They go get the tight end from Georgia, man, Darnell Washington, and they really put him in the offense to see what he can do, man. Last year, they picked Christian, and I think that they can really do some more damage in this year's draft if they just make the right decisions. But if Darnell Washington goes to the Packers, he's going to be lighting up that division for 10 years, man. There's nobody in that division that can guard somebody with his size, his motor, and his route running, if you ask me. Definitely not a linebacker. Next up, we got the Commanders. Now, right here, I've been hearing talks about the Commanders going out and maybe getting Hendon Hooker. I seen an actual report that said if Hendon Hooker is there for them at number 16, there's no way he's going to fall below. So I really want to stick with that, but it's just so difficult for me to sit here and say that they go get Hendon Hooker at 16. But at this time, I don't see another pick for them. So I'm thinking they're gonna go with Hendon Hooker, man. Next up, we got the Steelers, man. Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of positions for them to fill, man. Their defense, one of the best defenses in the league. Pro Football Focus says that they need a tackle, a linebacker, and a DB. But if you ask me, they can go get a linebacker and a DB later on in this draft that could still fill those needs for them. I think they go with the best tackle on the board for them. There's plenty of guys that I think that are top tier tackles. One of these guys is actually Roger Jones out of Georgia. And I think that's the guy that they go ahead and select because the Steelers, man, I think that they like versatile players. You think about the Pouncey brothers, they played everywhere on the offensive line when they were in college. And Roger Jones has done that when he was at Ohio State. The guy played left guard, right tackle, left tackle. The guy is like that, man. Next up, we got the Lions with their second pick in this year's draft. Now, for the first pick for the Lions, I said that they were going to get Devin Witherspoon. I definitely believe that that's a great pickup for them. But right here, Jameson Williams is out for 6 games. Is he really going to be that guy of the future? Thanks, babe. Is he really going to be that guy of the future? Is he really going to be it? So, if I'm them, I bring the guy in, I talk to him, be like, hey, what happened? If they betting on, a little $50, $20, $100, $1,000 bet, that ain't nothing, man. And they shouldn't have been suspended for those 6 games. So I don't think they're going to get another wide receiver. But I definitely believe that they go and get somebody who's going to be a game changer for them. And they go out and get one of the best edge rushers in this year's draft to pair up with Aiden Hutchinson that they picked last year. And they go out and get my guy, Myles Murphy out of Clemson, man. Myles Murphy, I love this tape. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at his stats. Love this tape. He has a great motor, man. And in my opinion, he's steady. And what more can you ask for out of a guy coming out of college? Have a steady career. Let me see you do what you do. Now, right here, Pro Football Focus had his first season starting graded at an 85.2. The next two are both at a 79. So he's consistent, man. The guy is going to be one of these guys that is consistent for your football team. And what more can you ask for if you're picking in the first round, mid to late first round, man? Now, right here, his last season, he did only get 6 sacks. But the biggest thing for me with Myles Murphy is his quarterback hurries, man. His last year, he had 21 hurries with the quarterback. The year before that, he had 33. Absolutely ridiculous. The guy's a monster. I think that he'll be one of these guys that we talk about for years to come. But we're going to move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as we talk about who I think they'll pick with this draft pick. Now, Baker Mayfield is supposed to be their starting quarterback, man. Baker Mayfield. I think they're going to give this guy a chance. If all else fails for them, they'll have a bad pick next year. But I don't really see the Bucs making too much noise this year. But I definitely do see them picking one of the best tight ends in this year's draft. And they're going to go out and get Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. Next up, got the Seattle Seahawks on the board again. Now, right here, I think they definitely need to go ahead and pick an interior offensive lineman. Basically because you didn't give a about Russell Wilson when he was there. You didn't care about protecting the quarterback. I think you go ahead and get Osiris Torrance out of Florida. This is one of the great points on their tape that I've seen. This guy was absolutely amazing. Now, we're on to the last 10 picks before I wrap this video up, man. Really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I really would appreciate it. And I really am thankful for anybody that's in here, man. But let's go ahead and get to that. Number 21, we got the Chargers with their first pick in this year's draft. I do not believe they're going to get a wide receiver. It makes no sense for them to get a wide receiver if you ask me. They got Mike Davis. They got a lot of guys, man. I'm not even going to go down there, their whole depth chart there at that position. But I think they go and try to get one of the best players available, man, and they try to get Christian Gonzalez. Now, if Christian Gonzalez is there, there's no way that he's going to drop to 21, 22. Somebody's definitely going to move up to get him. And I can definitely see the Bucks being a team that trades down in the draft as they need more positions to fill because their players really are not really young, to be honest. Next up, we got the Ravens, man. I think they try to trade this pick right here. Try to get D-Hop. Try to get somebody else for Lamar Jackson to believe in. But if they do pick at this position, I think they go and get one of the best cornerbacks in this year's draft, which is Deontay Banks out of Maryland. His tape is absolutely immaculate. He has a lot of things that you look for out of a cornerback. But next up, we have the Vikings. Now, right here, I think they definitely need a replacement for Adam Thielen since they lost him. And I think that they go and get one of the best wide receivers in this year's draft, Zay Flowers. Absolute game changer. And he's really the guy that I think would be a great fit to pair up with Justin Jefferson, man. Next up, we have the Jaguars, man. They got to get somebody to keep Trevor Lawrence's jersey clean, man. Let's just keep it all the way 100. All the way 100. I think they're going to go ahead and do a reach here, but this is one of my favorite interior linemen in this year's draft. His name is Joe Tippmann. He has a mullet. He's not playing no games. The guy is absolutely like that on the field. You cut on his tape. He's doing everything you want a center to do. He's telling you where the rush is coming in. He's the commander of his entire offensive line. He's moving guys out of the fucking way. Yes, I gotta self-censor myself because YouTube sent me like a little message letting me know that I'm not going to be in the algorithm if I keep cussing. So that's why you see me doing that. Next up, we got the Giants Right here, I could definitely see the Giants using this pick to move up. But if they do have this pick, I think they go out and they go get a player who is a game changer, man, which is Quentin Johnson. Now, Quentin Johnson did, you see my video, I talked about him. He only had 5 routes that he ran in college, drag, and a fly route where those routes that he ran over 50% of the time. He's doing one of those 2 things. But I definitely think he can be someone that can use in their offense. He's a game changer. Sterling Shepard is not the guy for them. And I think he can be a great replacement for him. Next up, we got the Cowboys. Them boys. I think them boys are going to select the best running back in this year's draft. I don't have to say too much. It's Bijan Robinson, man. If Bijan Robinson is there for them at that pick, 26, there's no reason that I see him dropping anywhere beneath that. Robinson is him. He's a guy that really could go top 10 in the draft if running back was a need for a lot of these teams, because in my opinion, he's top 3 skill player in this year's draft. Hands down. Next up, we got the Bills, man. Now I've been watching a lot of people's drafts, and they have them picking a running back, and I don't know, man. I fuck with Naheem. I think Naheem, I wasn't supposed to cuss. I think Naheem could be one of their guys that they use. They also have James Cook out of Georgia that they drafted last year, but I think they have a stable of guys, man. They still have Devin Singletary. These guys could definitely be guys that the Bills use for the future. They just got to use them right, man. And I definitely think that they go out and put somebody else in that cornerback room, as their cornerbacks are getting old, man. So I think they go get Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State, one of the best DBs in this year's draft. Next up, we got the Bills. Now, right here, Pro Football Focus says they're going to get a tight end. Their position needs are a tight end, a defensive lineman, and a DB. Off rip, bro. If Emmanuel Forbes is right here, this would be a perfect situation for him. But I just don't have no belief in the Bengals drafting at this position right here. In my opinion, I think they move on from this position, try to get some more picks in the 2nd, 3rd round. They can still get good quality guys. But I think they get Emmanuel Forbes as he's there, man. Emmanuel Forbes has everything on tape. Pro Football Focus, they need a DB. And I think that Emmanuel Forbes can play every single defensive back position on the field that you ask him to. He has the speed. He's played in zone coverage, cover 2, cover 3. He's like that. He has IQ as well. But he'll be a perfect fit for them if they're smart enough and to listen to a nigga like – they're smart enough to listen to somebody like me. Next up, we got the Saints. Now, they got a lot of positions that they can really fill right here. And if I'm them, I'll try to move. If I don't move, I'll go get somebody that a lot of people aren't really talking about, man. That's B.J. Ojulari. B.J. Ojulari was one of the top 5 picks that people were talking about before the season started. And in my opinion, I think B.J. got it. Maybe he had a bad year. But I mean, there's been a lot of guys at the next level who performed that had a bad year there last year. So I think they go get B.J. Ojulari. Be a great pickup for them. Next up, we have the Eagles. 2nd pick in the draft. Right here. I don't think that they're going to go ahead and pick a quarterback, as we do know they just paid Jalen Hurts the #1 contract in the league. Shout out to his agents, man. They are females and they do the damn thing, man. But I think they go ahead and try to pick the best player on the board. And let me think. Mozzie Smith will be a great addition for them. Mozzie Smith would be absolutely excellent. You know what? I'm going to say they pick Mozzie, man. Mozzie's one of those guys that you cut on his tape, and he's a game changer, man. He's sucking up blocks, 2 or 3 guys guarding him at a time. Mozzie is just him, man. 19 hurries for an interior D lineman is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he may have had some bad games here and there. But Mozzie Smith is him. Now we got the last pick in this year's draft. For my mock draft, I'm definitely gonna put up this whole thing on my Instagram, so please check that out. I think the Kansas City Chiefs can definitely move out of this pick, but if I'm them, I make a pick for the future, man. Pro Football Focus says that their needs are wide receiver and D line. I make a pick for the future, man. I think Nico Hardman left them this year, and I think that they need to get a good route runner ever since Tyreek Hill left. They don't really have great route runners, so I think they get the best route runner in this year's draft, which is Nathaniel Dell, man. Now that wraps up my mock draft. Appreciate everybody joining on YouTube. I'm gonna get another mock draft going later on today. But hey, man, I'm getting ready for that Tank and Ryan Garcia fight. Appreciate everybody joining, man. If you was on Instagram Live or if you was on YouTube, I really appreciate it. I'm going to get more content going for y'all, man. And after the draft, y'all going to hear my thoughts. Hopefully, I get some more people to join after the draft that did mock drafts with me. It's all a scheduling thing. Then we have to talk about everything that happened, man. But I really, really, really appreciate everybody that gave me a little bit of their time. The boy Adroit Talks. Go ahead and recap everybody that I had going. Bryce Young, Will Anderson, Tyree. I'm not about to call them all out. I'm just going to scroll through it here. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody. Now, I really think that this draft is going to be one of the best. And if you ask me, this is how the draft is going to go. Pretty confident in it. Screenshot this shit after the draft. We gonna compare, man. But Will Levis is definitely going to the Colts. Bryce Young is definitely going to the Panthers. Jalen Carter is definitely going to the Seahawks. Those are my for sures. Anything else can happen from there, but those 3 picks are for sure going to happen. It's your boy Adroit Talks, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Be safe.